Shh. Hello everyone, I am Niharika and welcome back to a new lesson. Well, in today's lesson, we are going to look at shh, silent letter words. Now, what are silent letter words? Well, the letters that you can't hear when you say the word, but when you write it or read it, the letter is there. That's English. Quite confusing. Well, interestingly, 60% of English words contained silent letter words. Wow! So, in today's lesson, we are going to look at the correct spellings and, of course, the correct pronunciation of these silent letter words. And we're just going to look at 5 silent letters in this lesson. That's the letter B, letter D, letter G, letter H, and letter K. So let's dive into these words and let's learn how to pronounce them correctly. Now the first one is the silent B. So when you say these words, the letter B goes silent. Let's see. The first one, bomb. So many people, when they use or when they say this word, they end up pronouncing it as bomb. What's bomb? Now here, the last B goes silent. So the correct pronunciation of this word is bomb. Okay? You are gonna skip pronouncing the last B. It's not gonna be bomb, but it's just gonna be bomb. Let's have a look at another word, which is climb. I am climbing up the stairs, or she climbs up the stairs. So it's just climb. Again, you are not going to pronounce the last B here. It's not going to be climb. It's just going to be climb. All right, that's the correct pronunciation. Let's have a look at another word, which is doubt. I have a doubt. Now if you look at the spelling, the B comes in the middle. But when you pronounce this word, it's just doubt. Something like D-O-U-T. You do not pronounce the letter B. Okay? Next one. Thumb. So many people pronounce it as thumb. Thumbs up. Well, it's not thumbs up. It's just thumb. Okay, even the little kids, like you ask them, oh honey, what finger is this? And they will go like thumb. It's not thumb. You gotta correct them. The correct pronunciation is thumb. The letter B is silent. And then the last example that I have for you on the board is subtle. Again, here the letter B, which comes in the middle of the word, well, you need to skip pronouncing that letter, and the correct pronunciation of this word is subtle. Okay, she has a very subtle voice. So the correct pronunciation is subtle. Right? Now let's have a look at some words which has the letter D when you read it or when you write the word, but the moment you have to pronounce the word, the D is gone. You do not pronounce that letter. So the first one is handkerchief. So it's just handkerchief. Well, handkerchief is the piece of cloth that you use to blow your nose in. So that's just handkerchief. It's not handkerchief, but it's just handkerchief. You do not pronounce the letter D. Another example. Oh, I am starving and I need to grab a nice, delicious sandwich. So it's not sandwich, it is just sandwich. Again, you do not pronounce the letter D. It's just sandwich. I am starving. Could you please grab a sandwich for me? That's the correct pronunciation. The third one. the week, the day of the week, which is Wednesday. So many people make this mistake. They end up pronouncing it as Wednesday. Well, it's not Wednesday. It is Wednesday. You know, something like but that's not how you spell it. The correct spelling is this. However, when you pronounce this word, it's Wednesday. All right? Now let's have a look at the letter G. Now the letter G, well, the correct pronunciation of these words here is again saying goodbye to the letter G. So it's like cologne. If your man stinks, he needs to spray some cologne, okay, to smell nice. So again, the letter G here goes silent. It's not cologne, but it's cologne. That's the correct pronunciation. Another word, which is campaign. Well, we are campaigning for this new product. So it's campaigning, or it's a campaign. You do not say campaign. Okay, that's the incorrect pronunciation. It's just campaign, where the letter G goes silent. And then another example that I have here is sign. Well, you need to sign these papers. So if you look at the spelling, it is S-I-G-N, but the letter G is silent, and the correct pronunciation of this word is sign. You need to sign the papers, right? Now let's have a look at another silent letter, which is H. Okay, H makes the sound of H. Now if you look at the words here, some of the examples and the most common words that we use in our daily vocabulary, honest. Now many people pronounce it as honest. She is such a honest girl. Honest? That's incorrect. You need not pronounce this H here. The correct pronunciation of this word is honest. So it's just gonna be honest. Okay? She is such an honest person. It's not honest. Another word, honor. She is my maid of honor. So again, honor, the H here, which is at the beginning of the word, goes silent, and the correct pronunciation is honor. The maid of honor. Okay? Another one. Ooh, just an hour left. Just an hour left. It's just R. It's not hour or har. Well, people have different pronunciations to this word, but that's absolutely incorrect. The correct pronunciation of this word is R. Again, the H goes silent. And then another example that I have for you, wherein the H is in the middle of the word, is anchor. Okay, anchor is someone who anchors shows, okay, TV shows or probably news channels. So they are the anchors. And here again, if you see, the H comes in the middle of the word. However, it goes silent when you pronounce the word. It's just going to be, she is an excellent anchor. Okay, it's not anchor, but it's just anchor, right? And then the last letter that I have for you, which goes silent when you pronounce the words, is K. And here are a couple of examples for you. So the first one is knee. Okay, knee is the part of your body that joins your thigh and your calf. So that's knee. Now the correct pronunciation is knee, but the moment you look at the spelling, it's K-N-E-E. So you keep wondering, why is it not knee? Well, it's not knee, but it's just knee. The letter K at the beginning of the word goes silent. Another one, I heard the knock at the door. So it's just knock at the door. But when you write it, don't just write it as N-O-C-K. The correct spelling is with a K, but when you pronounce it, then it's just knock. The K is silent. Another one, knife. Oh, I cut my finger with a knife. So it's knife. As a kid, I used to always pronounce it as knife. Well, yes, I did, and my mom was like, Well, that's incorrect. The correct pronunciation is knife. And I kept wondering, why is that? Well, that's English. So again, the letter K here is silent and the correct pronunciation of this word is knife and not knife. Next one, knowledge. Well, he has a lot of knowledge. Why? Because he's intelligent. So knowledge, it's again, the K is silent and the correct pronunciation is knowledge, like with the N and not with a K. And then the last example that I have for you is knuckles. Well, your knuckles? Yes. So when you write it with a K, but when you pronounce it, it's not knuckles, it's just knuckles, okay? The letter K is silent. So these are few words that have the silent letters in it. Keep practicing them because they're really common and they just come across in your daily conversation. And I'll be back with a new lesson soon. Till then, you take care.